I interned with my congressman, my local congressman from home.
The Domestic Violence Legal Clinic.
With AB and AMRO and LaSalle Bank, which is located downtown in Chicago.
The Red Cross in San Francisco. I worked in the Metropolitan Housing and Community Center.
I worked for the large energy company in California, and I worked in their corporate philanthropy department.
Department of Housing and Homelessness.
Well, I spent my time at the Immigrant Legal Resource Center in San Francisco.
I spent my practicum in Washington, D.C., interning at the U.S. Department of State in their Bureau of International Organization.
The Northwestern University Field Study Program is an off-campus, internship-based program.
Terrific opportunity for students to really see how public policy is made.
To deepen the understanding students have of both themselves and the policy and service areas that they may go into.
To possibly be involved in making that policy, and to learn how the various interest groups and actors accomplish their goals.
Field Studies Program was just the most incredible experience, one of the most incredible experiences I've had at Northwestern.
Getting the chance to take on real responsibility.
Apply things that maybe you've started thinking about in the classroom.
You're gonna get the real world experience.
Getting acclimated to a corporate setting.
Learn from a real situation that's not theorized and removed and abstracted into a classroom setting.
It's getting my first real work experience.
Living on your own, minus parents, minus school, minus the bubble.
Into the real world.
One of the big strengths of the Field Study Program is that we have staff in all 3 cities that help students figure out what would be the appropriate place for them to do the internship. We now have well over 100 placements that students have used over the last 10 years of the program that we know are going to be places that are going to give students a good experience.
They are learning in arguably the most intense public policy lab you could find. They don't even sometimes realize until the end just how much they've learned, but the total immersion is really something that can't be beat.
Not only was I exploring a career path that I knew nothing about, but I was also learning about myself in a different city. Seeing all the opportunities that are opening up for you and how you can really participate in making change in our country. That's the feel that you get in the air when you're there during the summer and people are actually making it happen.
I was really working, and I would get up and say, I'm going to work.
People listened to my opinions on things. I got to use information that I learned in class and had from previous experience.
It's just a great networking opportunity as well. I became networked with so many people, not just in the place I worked at, but in different companies and people throughout the industry.
Once in the field study, one of the primary requirements is that every day you take field notes.
The field notes are really critical to the practicum experience. Every day the students, at the end of the day, think about what they've learned that day, what happened in their workplace, and they have to objectively detail what happened and then analyze what happened.
And those notes then become the basis for a paper that you develop at the end of the program.
It's a really good way for them to reflect and learn from their practicum.
And that's basically the core of the academic work, for which you then get 1 grade for the 4 credits that you get.
I think a lot of other times when I've had internship experiences, I'm so engaged that I don't really spend the time thinking about what I'm actually doing and the impact it's making or what things I could be doing better. And through the field notes, I was really able to consistently, on a daily basis, learn more about the organization, think more strategically about what was going on, and it was really interesting to look at it from that different perspective rather than just as an intern.
You are working and you're in a work setting for most of the week, but then you really do get to think about what you're doing intelligently.
You're writing your field notes, you're going to think about what happened today, you know, how it impacted you, what you know, went in one ear and went out the other, or what really stuck with you. The weekly meetings and support net greatly impacted my experience because it forced me to reflect.
Come together, hear what other people are experiencing, and kind of step back and realize, you know, things aren't going, you know, badly this week, it's okay.
And so you're not out there exploring the city on your own, you have people to go out with at night.
You have ample opportunity to delve into the city and really explore and see what's going on.
It was fun to get close to people who were SESP, who were not SESP, because we're all together, all doing something different and exploring a city together.
Students come back to me, you know, 5, 10 years later and say to me that the practicum was one of the most fulfilling experiences they've had here at Northwestern.
It gives you, again, the opportunity to see how government affects people's lives. And when you learn that, that will work for you in whatever career you take.
And lots of them, when they come back, find their classroom experiences more meaningful because they know why they're there and they know a little bit better where they're going and who they are.
And regardless of where your career takes you, if you can see that connection and understand how it works, it will enrich whatever you do.